be careful who you take advice from. Because some people are operating from such a place of brokenness and pain that all they can do is operate out of that pain. So instead of giving you good, solid advice from a place of wholeness and healings and from lessons, they will speak to you from their trauma. And they will even traumatize you if you don't have discernment or understanding. And if you don't realize, hey, this person is not speaking out of a place of wholeness. This person speaking out of anger, out of rejection, out of all the pain they've been through, and they're giving me advice from that place. So you have to be able to discern, especially when you're going through a hard time. Where is this person operating from? And sometimes you can just tell because they're angry, and you can tell they're angry. They don't realize that, but you do because you're on the outside looking in. So a lot of times it's hard to see ourselves. So that's why we can easily give advice to other people. But when it comes to ourselves, we'd be like, oh, I don't know what to do, or I don't know how to fix the situation. But somebody else could be like, oh, this is what you need to do. Oh, stop doing that. Oh, girl, I got you. So be able to discern where people are coming from. How do you do that? How do you feel? Do you feel like they're offering you good help? Like, come on, you have common sense. When they are offering you help, when they're giving you advice, are they talking about their past? And are they hurt and angry? And you can tell by the way that they're saying and them talking about how this is what happened to them and this is why you should do this because this is what happened to them and this is how they were treated. So therefore, you need to do the same thing. Or are they teaching you the lessons that they learned from their pain, from their past, from their mistakes? Because they've grown from it, they've healed from it, and they're doing better now. Are they accountable? Or are they blaming other people for all their misery and everything that happened to them? Or are they saying, you know what, I had a part to play too, and yeah, this person did this to me, but maybe I did this to them, or maybe I allowed them to treat me this way. So you have to be able to discern, y'all, where people are operating from, where people are speaking from. My goal is to speak from my lessons, the lessons I've learned from my experiences, from a healed place, so that you can avoid the same mistakes. Not be like, oh man, it's no good. Man, it's no good, man. Because, you know, my ex-husbands, they was abusive and they was this, so they trash. Don't ever get married. You better use a man for what it got. You better use a man for what it got. Come on, really? That's more brokenness. We don't need more broken people in this world. We don't need more hurting people trying to tell other people hurting how to hurt other people. This world is a mess because all these people trying to tell somebody what they should do when they have not taken their own advice, they haven't healed, and they haven't gotten free. Can you stop doing that? So be careful who you take advice from, okay? And if their actions don't line up with their words, run. If their life, if the person giving you advice, if you don't want to see the same fruit, some kind of fruit they have, maybe they're confident, maybe they are good at business. If they don't have a fruit that you want, if there's not something desirable about their life, if you can't see, wow, this person is telling me this advice because they've taken their own advice and they got results, I want that result. I want those results. If they have a trashy marriage and they're trying to tell you how to have a good marriage, girl, you better run. If they ain't never been married, they trying to tell you how to get a husband, girl, you better run. Unless they're trying to speak to you from their mistakes and it's coming from a place of humility. And they're like, man, I did all these things wrong. I would have had a good husband if I were healed, if I did this. That's different. But you have to be able to discern. Like in my marriage, I remember this couple, they're supposed to be a spiritual couple, trying to give me advice. The husband was, they were both toxic. They had been divorced from each other before. Then they got remarried. Then they were trying to give us advice after getting way back to horrible, worst advice I've ever gotten. Listened to them for years, wasted so much time, stayed longer than I should have because I listened to these people. If I would have been using wisdom and not been looking at their titles, not they're supposed to be my spiritual leader, and been like, wow, they're not consistent. They don't have the fruit of what they're trying to teach me. So let me go find somebody else or just go read my Bible. We have to take accountability for ourselves as adults. Now, go, well, they told me, yeah, but I should have knew better. So there's a time that you can say that, and that's valid. But then there comes a time when you understand, you see that something is not right, that you have to be responsible and take responsibility for your life. So sorry about all the noise in the background, but I really wanted you to get this. Be careful who you take advice from. Make sure that people have the fruit of something that you want. They're speaking from a place of healedness, humility, and not from hurt and pain. So I love y'all. Take all this message, watch about 2-3 times, send it to somebody who needs to hear it. And I love y'all. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.